spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
First down.
Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw over. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14. First down, Vikings.
Running right, Jones.
Jones.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Chargers, nothing.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Now Herbert off the bootleg. That swung out wide to Harris. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On play action, McCarthy. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
41-yard line.
Now McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th
down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got Allen. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he goes out right around the 39. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he works free. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sandbag at the 16-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure and more blitzing.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Harris. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll try to run with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try and run with Harris. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Najee Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and put it in. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings first down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air again, McCarthy. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It's
Looking to throw McCarthy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's now.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Keenan Allen. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 70 yards. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Vikings.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw. McCarthy looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4 yards.
If this for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Harris running straight ahead. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards to pick up there.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to Ogunde gets good. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A slot man in motion right. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 2nd and 5.
Keenan Allen. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Herbert now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Jordan Addison.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Vikings first down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Catch made by the running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
In the parking lot, I was looking to keep my number locked. I'm on the couch at your mama house. I don't ride for a lot with the window down. Some of y'all done lost your mind.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped at his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. On play action, now McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. McCarthy operating from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go, first and goal. He's back to throw. Now a run here, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. McCarthy with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Second and 10. At the 24.
Open man here is Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Herbert going to throw. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he's brought down. Here's first and 10.
4 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts.
Chargers.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here now, second and goal. Now Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's a loss of 8.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Herbert to throw. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. They'll come up first and 10 here. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Third and
They'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
thrown away and incomplete.
This is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
He'll try to do it himself. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
It's a turnover on downs.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Los Angeles, they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.